children. You are joined with another interesting lesson, specially designed for the grade 11 students. And as always, I have my colleague with me, Miss Suchitra. So hello Miss Suchitra, how are you?
Hello Miss Samadhi, I'm really great today and hope you're great as well.
Never better. So, as we met after some time, why don't we start today's lesson with some fun, shall we?
Definitely we should have some fun for our kids as well.
Oh yes. So, how about riddles? Do you like riddles?
I love riddles.
Okay then, here we go. Now, I'm gonna do a little bit of description about an animal.
All right.
So, you and my dear students, you can also join with me. So, listen to my description and try to guess what kind of an animal I am talking about. Shall we?
All right, I'm ready.
Okay then. Well, the first one, it is grey and tall. It has 4 legs and big ears. It has got a long trunk.
Let me guess. This is the elephant.
It is the elephant, correct? Okay, here we go. Next, it is tall and big. It has 4 long legs and a long neck. It has a short tail. It hasn't got big ears though.
It has to be giraffe.
Yes.
Tall.
Oh yes. Nice. So, ready for another one?
Yes, I am.
So, next we have, how about this one? It is green in color. It is mole. It has got 2 small claws, 2 wings and 1 short beak. It has a red ring around its neck.
Definitely the parrot.
It is the parrot. Do you love parrots?
I love parrots.
Okay, same here. So, okay, here we go. It is a mammal. It is the largest animal on planet Earth. Mind you, it is the largest. And it has a blowhole at the top of its snout. It has 3 fins together.
Fins. All right, mammal, right? Dolphin then.
It is going to be the blue whale.
Blue whale. Okay.
Yes.
So my guess is wrong there.
Well, yeah. It's okay. You got 3 correctly done. So,
All right.
that's fine. So, today, children, we are going to learn how to write a description, especially about animals. So, when it comes to animals, we know that we can describe many features. So, today we are going to break them down and we are going to take one by one and see on which features that we can write a description about animals, especially when it comes to the grade 11 syllabus. Well, focusing on the ordinary level exam as well, you need to know how to describe people, animal and objects. Today's lesson is helping you on how to write a description about animals. So, here we go. Step 1. We can always write what animal is it, Suchitra, and what kind of animal is it.
All right.
For example, we can say it is a lion. That is what animal is it. And if I ask you what kind of animal is it?
It's a mammal.
It's a mammal. So likewise, children, we can categorize animals according to their kind. So now we are going to see what kind of kinds are there. So you will get to know more vocabulary related to describing animals, and it's always important to learn new words so you will be able to express as well as you will be able to do a good job in writing the description. So these are the features when it comes to mammals. Miss Suchitra, what kind of features do these mammals have?
Have hair or fur. They are warm-blooded.
Have live births?
Have lungs and breathe air.
Oh yes, just like us.
All right. So we are mammals.
We are mammals. So we have hair. Well, not much of fur I would say. And warm-blooded we are. And we have live births.
Live birds.
And we breathe. So we are definitely mammals. And that's the first type. And next, it's a frog. It's an amphibian. So the characteristics of amphibians?
They have 4 legs and then webbed feet.
Oh yes, and they have smooth skin.
Yes.
So as you can see on the screen, children, there are a lot of amphibians that we know of, especially frogs. Well, do you love frogs? Okay, but I find this tadpole very cute.
That is cute.
There are
yes.
different kind of frogs that we can see. That's why I have put different types of frogs on the screen. You can see. and we have the toad, and we have the newt, and we have the salamander. These are amphibians. And what's the next kind? It's going to be birds. So, the example I have given?
It's a crow. Alright, so they have feathers, they lay eggs, have wings and bills, warm-blooded once again.
Yes, they are. So, we have pelicans and we have ducks, for examples. And then, we have insects.
Alright.
I love bumblebee.
I like ladybugs.
Okay. And there are many different kinds of insects. Insects are often called bugs. All insects have three parts to their bodies: the head, the thorax, the abdomen. Yes. So grasshopper, ant, and your ladybug,
My
bumblebee,
favorite, yes.
they are insects. And then children, we are going to see another kind of animal that is going to be reptile. So it's a snake, it is a reptile. What are the features of reptiles now?
Covered in scales. They are cold-blooded and they have dry skin, and most of them lay eggs.
Oh yes. So, turtle, tortoise, crocodiles,
Geckos.
and gecko. They are cute.
They are cute, yes.
Yes. So these are reptiles, and you can see the features. When you are describing about animals, you can always talk about their kind. It's a bird, it's a reptile, it's a mammal, so on and so forth. Then we have fish.
Fish. It is a shark.
And their features.
And then they live in water. They have gills, fins and scales. They are cold-blooded once again. Can breathe underwater.
Can we breathe underwater now?
Can we? No.
We can't. So that's why we are mammals. Well, but the whale is a mammal. It can breathe underwater. Well, it seems like it's a category that fish can do as well. They can breathe underwater. So we have these bass, tuna, and cod, the fish. And that's how we describe about the animal and what kind of an animal is it. So already you have two sentences in your description, and we are moving to the next step. So next step we are going to learn how to describe the place where these animals live. So as you can see on the screen, I have given you the example sentence already. It lives in the savannah. So savannah in the sense, well, a land with beautiful lakes and lot of trees. If our kids have watched Lion King, they would probably know this word savannah.
That's right.
And what are the other places where animals can live?
On a farm, underground,
Oh yes.
in a tree. They can live at home as well. Right.
Like the cat.
Yes. Domestic animals are there.
Oh yes.
All right. In
And-
the desert,
Oh yes. The forests.
in the jungle, in the sea.
Yes. All these places, children, you can write the place where the animal lives in your description. So, where does a cow live?
A cow lives on a farm.
farm. Okay, how about the next one? Fish.
Lives in a river,
Fish lives in a river. And a camel.
in a desert. Lives underground.
Oh yes, who lives underground again?
A worm.
A worm. And the cats, of course, they live at home.
Yes.
And the bat.
Lives in a cave.
Kind of scary, but a bat lives in a cave. Then, now you know how to describe the animal and what kind of animal is it, and next the place where they live. And next we are moving to the next sentence where you can talk about its body. Body in the sense whether it has fur, whether it is covered in feathers. So, we'll see what kind of body and the body parts, these features related to each and every animal that you can see on the screen now. So, when it comes to fish,
Its body is covered with flakes.
yes, and we have the bear,
Its body is covered with fur.
and we have the bird,
Its body is covered with feathers.
and the snail has a shell to protect its body.
A shell
But the porcupine,
has spines all over its body.
So I wonder what will happen if we try to touch a one. Wouldn't end up very well, I guess.
I don't think so.
Oh yes. So now you know how to describe the animal, the kind, the place where they live, and about its body. And next,
Some features it has got.
so we can use both. We can say it has a trunk, or we can say it has got a trunk.
All right.
But mind you, children, when we are using has, it is formal. But when we say has got, it sounds a little bit sounds like informal, but you can use both, but always go with has. That would be the perfect way to write a sentence. For an example, when it comes to butterfly, you can see on the screen now a beautiful one. So,
This butterfly has two beautiful blue wings.
yes, you can see the wings there. And then we have a zebra.
It has got black and white stripes.
Yes. And okay.
Scary.
Yes, it is.
This crocodile has got a big mouth and a lot of teeth.
Oh yes. We have the giraffe again.
It has long legs
It has long legs.
and a long neck as well. Miss.
Yes. So, when it comes to birds again, we can talk about these special features they have, or the animal body parts, which are quite different from the humans. So, the birds,
Have wings and beaks.
and the bull,
Bull has horns.
and eagle,
An eagle has got claws.
and the horse actually.
Horses have long legs.
That's why they run fast. And the cat,
Has a little tail.
it has a tail. So that's how you describe about the body and what kind of special words which are related to each and every animal. Now children, we don't use the same word with all the animals. There can be different words associated with different animals. So it is always really ideal if you just remember which adjectives can be used with different kind of animals. And next, we are going to move how to talk about the animal based on the food that they eat.
The food habits of those animals.
Oh yes, simply to put it out. So if the animal eat meat, there's a word for that we call them using a word.
They are carnivorous.
You got that correct. So children, likewise there are words that we can use when we are talking about the food habits of the animals. So we can say they are a carnivore or a herbivore. So we are going to learn what are these terms and how to use them in sentences. So the first type of animals would be the animals who eat plants. And we call them, Ms. Suchitra,
Herbivores.
herbivores. We call them herbivores. So these animals eat plants, and sheep and zebras are herbivores. They eat different parts of plants, roots, stems, leaves and fruit. And next we have the sentence.
So giraffe is a herbivore because it eats leaves, right?
Yes, that's how you write the sentence. Then, okay, we have a wolf, and wolf eats.
These animals eat other animals.
Oh yes, and they
Some
are,
animals like tigers hunt for their food. How interesting this is.
yes,
Right? Other like vultures eat animals that are already dead.
So that's why they are called carnivores. They eat meat. And the next, we have the sentence how to write.
A wolf is a carnivore. It eats meat.
Then we have omnivores. Guess who our omnivores are?
Maybe they eat plants, leaves, and then they at the same time eat flesh as well, meat as well.
Oh yes, does that ring a bell? Well, we eat plants, we eat meat.
All right, yes.
So we
They
are
are
kind of omnivores. So when it comes to omnivores, as you can see on the screen children, they can eat both plant materials and meat. They can get their food more easily than other animals because they can eat more types of food than other herbivores or omnivores. So other herbivores and carnivores. That's why omnivores can eat both meat and the plants. So we learn how to talk about the animal, the kind of the animal, and where they live and their food habits. So the sentence will be
Humans are omnivores. They eat both plants and meat.
And so far, apart from the facts that we talk about, the features, then we are moving to another sentence where you can talk about an interesting thing about the animal that you are given.
Yes, this is how you make your description interesting for the person who is reading.
Exactly, exactly. So we'll see how we can talk about these interesting things. For example, you can say it can run fast or it can swim very well. Likewise, first we will look at some animals and see what are the
Alright.
interesting things about them.
Bees. Bees collect honey.
They collect honey. Not
Right.
everyone can collect honey now. And we have the kangaroo.
The kangaroo can jump.
It can jump. And we have the rabbit.
Can run fast.
Look at that rabbit running away.
Yes.
And we have the cow.
Gives us milk.
Yes. And do you like chameleons now?
Chameleons, yes.
Hmm.
This is so interesting that they can change their color.
According to the place where they live, actually.
Mhm.
That's why we can use the same thing with humans who change their
That is
attitudes
right.
according to
That's
the
right,
situation.
yes.
We should not though, right?
Mhm.
And we have a hen.
A hen lay eggs.
And we have the dinosaurs,
They are extinct animals, which is sad.
which is sad. But watching Jurassic Park, I think it's kind of good. Anyways, then we are moving to the dragon. Have you seen a dragon?
That's a mythical creature. How do you see that? On books,
Exactly.
on TV?
It is a mythical creature which can't be seen for real actually. So that's how you talk about an interesting fact about an animal. So now you know how to talk about the animal. What kind of animal is it? Where does it live? And the food habits and about its body and special interesting features, facts. And now we are moving on how to write a description about animals. So first we have the llama.
Llama.
I love llamas
Really?
for no reason. So, well, for the reason they are cute. If we are going to write a description about the llama, we can start off saying, okay, it's a llama, it's a mammal, then
It lives in the mountains.
where they live,
And
and
its body is covered with hair.
its body is covered with hair, as you can see on the screen. They have like nice features, nice looks because of the hair, I guess. And how about the body though?
It has got a very long neck and feet with 2 toes each.
And about the food habit?
It eats different kinds of plants. So it is a herbivore.
Yes. And anything interesting?
Though it's a relative of camel, it does not have a hump. Interesting.
Yes, it is a relation of camel, still without a hump, with a cute look. Well, that's all. And next we are moving to another animal. I hope that you are ready with us now. When I show you the animal, you can also think what kind of sentences can we write about this animal, what kind of description can we come out with.
That's right.
So we can do it together, children. Ready? So next we have the crocodile.
It's a crocodile. It is a reptile, right?
Yes, where do they live though?
It lives in water.
And the body?
Its body is covered with scales, you can say.
And so it is hard to pierce through the skin. Anything else about the body?
Body,
Features?
the appearance, okay? How they look like.
Yes.
It has very sharp teeth, big claws, short legs and a long tail.
Yes. And the food habit?
They eat other big animals such as zebras. So it is a carnivore.
It is a carnivore.
They have sharp teeth, right?
Can you believe it can eat big animals than their size?
Definitely because of the sharp teeth.
Oh yes, I think that's why. And it can run and, swim
very fast.
fast. And that's why it is very, very,
Dangerous.
it is dangerous. And then we have an animal that we all know and we all love.
That's right. A very sacred animal, you can say.
Oh yes, none other than the elephant. So the elephant, it's a mammal, of
Mammal,
course. It
yes.
drinks milk and grow
The
up.
type is mammal.
Oh yes.
So it lives in the forest. And it has grey skin. You also can say it has got a trunk, long legs and big ears.
The food habits?
It eats leaves and fruits. So it is a herbivore. It is the
And-
largest land animal, right?
Yes.
So if you find one of these animals, you have to be very careful.
Yes, we have to be careful because they are very big, so they might not see small creatures like us.
Like us, you mean? Okay.
Yeah, like us, I mean. And so it is really important that we be careful when we come across an animal
Alright.
for the sake of being alive, that is. And so, yeah, with that, today we learn how to describe animals, how to write a description about animals. So when it comes to that, the first step, you can talk about what kind of an animal is it. For an example, it is an elephant, it is a mammal. Then,
Then where do they live? Habitat, that
oh
means.
yes, it lives in the forest, you can say. And then step 3, we can talk about its body.
Body, the appearance, how they look like.
Oh yes, whether it has fur or hair. And next we can talk about some features like it has got a trunk. How about the tortoise? They have a shell, right?
They have a shell, yes.
And then we can say if this animal is a carnivore
Yes,
or a herbivore.
that's right.
And the herbivores eat the leaves and
Carnivores eat meat, right? Yes.
and the omnivores, they can eat both. And finally, we can write something
Interesting.
interesting about this animal. For an example, the elephant.
They can carry heavy logs.
Likewise,
They are used in Perahara.
they are used in Perahara, and that's how you write a description about animals. So today in our lesson we taught you the steps that you can follow to write your description. If you follow these steps properly, accordingly, you will be able to write a fine answer when it comes to describing animals. So remember all this vocabulary that you came up today, that you learned today. I hope that you have written them down. So learning vocabulary is the best way where you can use it back and write descriptions, right, Miss Suchitra?
That's right. So they have to learn to write descriptions. Hope this lesson is very clear. Practice writing at home as well.
Oh yes, now you have the words. And in case our children miss the lesson, what can we always do, Miss Suchitra?
They have their YouTube channel, and that is channel NIE. So stay safe. We are coming again with a very interesting lesson, children. Until then, goodbye.
Bye.